So, thank you for checking on me. My name is Monica, and today I'm going to talk about some graphic novels. And just just so you know, my baby's like sitting here with me today. So I'm filming in the daytime. So he might make some cute little sounds. We don't know. So yeah, bear with me. Okay, so yeah, I've been running my book club for quite a while, and it's mostly Korean people who are practicing their English. Um, so a lot of the times I chose books that were graphic novels because, they have pictures, they're easy to follow along with. And today I'm going to introduce you some of my favorites, and a lot of them are ones that we talked about, discussed in my book club group. So, yeah, they're really good to get through quickly. They're really short. A lot of them have really, really good illustrations. And a lot of the ones I've chosen are just really either funny or cute or relatable or really powerful. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this one is Ghosts, and I really love this one. This one is about two sisters who have to move, and one of the sisters has cystic fibrosis, so they're moving to a place that has cooler, nicer air. In the book, they explore, family relationships, sibling, what it means to be a sibling, your feelings around big changes, your feelings around death. Actually, it's really similar to Coco, if you've seen Coco. They talk about the Mexican tradition of Dia de los Muertos. But yeah, I really love this book. It's definitely like a children's book, but it's, I think, also really good for adults to read. Yeah, I really like that one because it's so emotional, but also it has a lot of funny parts. It has a really, happy kind of ending. There's nothing overly sad about it. And yeah, I just really like the illustration, the message. It's a really good one. You should check it out. Okay, this is Persepolis, and I don't even remember why I picked this up, but I think maybe I saw it on Goodreads a long time ago, but it was very good. It's, I think it used to be like a collection, a serial, and this is the complete Persepolis, so it has all of it in here. But yeah, it's about, it's autobiographical, so it's kind of like a memoir of the time when the author was growing up in Iran, and she left Iran and moved to France. So it has a lot of the history of Iran and the, the social things going on there, the political things going on there. And then it also has, her emotions toward her country after she's left and kind of looking back. And then also her identity, and when she's in France, she's in a new culture. She has culture shock. She's learning about new things. So yeah, it's a really good book. And if you would like something that's nonfiction, this is a really great graphic novel. Okay, so the next book is Banned Book Club. So yeah, and I read it in my book club. And this book is about the Korean student revolution in the 1980s. So in the back, it says the ingredients for this book were true stories that we blended together into one narrative to make characters at a fictional university. But basically, this really happened. So it's kind of fictional, historical fiction in a way. But yeah, a lot of these events really happened. So Korea was not a democracy until after the 1980s. They had a lot of protests, student protests, and they had a lot of rigged elections. So you would vote for someone and they wouldn't actually become the president. It was just rigged. And then they also had a lot of horrible things that happened to students. And but this book, it really kind of shows the feelings around that time, and it's about a group of students who get together to read books. banned books, you know. And right now in my home country, in the USA, they have a lot of books that are being banned, and school libraries are having to clear out books and things like that. It's just really unimaginable. So definitely give this book a read if you want something kind of historical fiction, if you want to learn about Korean history, and if you just want a good book about book banning, that kind of thing. This is really good. Okay, the next ones are New Kid and Class Act. I really like this one. New Kid is about a kid who his parents start sending him to a different school, a prestigious academic school, and that actually happened to me. So I used to go to public school, and then when I was in middle school, my parents found out about a magnet school in my town that was opening up. In this book, it's a lot about identity, your feelings around going to a new school, about being the new kid. At my school, everyone kind of was the new kid because there were so many kids from different schools. But, you know, after a while, some of my friends went back to their school, so I kept having to make new friends, and so I really relate to this one. But also this one has a lot of elements to do with race and identity and how you define yourself. And yeah, I think they're in middle school. And it's all, these are all in color, and a lot of it's really funny. They have a lot of good jokes, and there's 2 of them. There might be a 3rd one. So yeah, check these out. Okay, this one is Snapdragon. I really love Snapdragon, but actually I was at my Korean library doing my book club one day, and I walked out and I saw on a poster the cover art of this book, but it was a Korean title. So I looked it up, and it turns out it wasn't a Korean book. It was translated into Korean. So if you're Korean, there is a Korean translation of this. It's really short, and it's also in color, and I really love this one. I think about this all the time. The characters, the illustrations, it's just so good. It's like nothing I've read before. It's about animals. It's about not judging a book by its cover, family, you know, strength, and finding the strength in yourself, getting help from others. Yeah, it's a really, really good book. I love Snapdragon so much, and it was pretty fun to discuss with our book club too. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. So we read Babysitter's Club for just the first one, but there are more. There are multiples. We read this with my book club. Mostly my book club consists of older Korean women, like 50, 60, 70, you know. And so it was really funny reading this kind of time capsule of the American kind of boom of babysitting. You know, they talk a lot about having the landline and having to ask your parents to do something. And, you know, in Korea, it's just not a thing to ask a teenager, a young kid, to babysit your kids. So if babysitting is a thing here, it's mostly like nannies. So, yeah. So as a mom, I can't really imagine letting some of these kids watch my baby or young kid, you know. But mostly they watch their siblings, each other's siblings, and they're doing it to earn money. So they're learning about advertising, they're learning about communication, and yeah, they have to problem solve. Also, the friendships in this book are really cute, the friends who go to school together. There's also a new girl in the school who joins the babysitter club. And yeah, it was pretty fun to discuss this. It's in color also, and you know, it was kind of nice to travel back into my childhood when you babysat other kids. I mean, I was a babysitter. You know, when you had a landline and your parents had to do something, or their parents had to do something, and they're like, hey, do you want to make $20 and babysit my kid? And, you know, you would play outside together, make up fun games together, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, this one was pretty fun to read and to discuss. So if you like that sort of thing. And last but not least is Heartstopper. So I love Heartstopper. There are currently 5 of them, and the 6th one's coming soon. I think the 6th one's going to be the last one. So yeah, they're just great graphic novels. The artwork is so cute. The storylines are so cute. It's just the cute vibes all around. But also they progressively get more deep and emotional and dive into a lot of mental health issues, that kind of thing. And obviously there's a series on Netflix. So I picked up the first 2 and read them in like an hour, 2 hours. I was so mad that I didn't realize that there were 2 more at the time. So after I read the first 2, I went on Netflix and season 1 was on there. Actually, I saw season 1 was up and kept thinking, what is this? I don't really know what it is. And then I didn't want to watch it because I knew it was a graphic novel. So I read the books first, was so happy I read them first. But I don't think it really matters what order you go in. They changed some things for the show. So some characters and storylines are not in the graphic novels. But yeah, so I read those, saw season 1, and then immediately needed to rewatch it and reread them and order the next 2. But yeah, obviously Heartstopper is a treasure and you should definitely read it. And I love the whole cast and the soundtrack. I listen to it all the time. And the Netflix show. And I can't wait for season 3. Season 2 was in Paris. It was great. It was awesome. So yeah, definitely check that out. Okay, so those were all of my graphic novels. And most of them I read with my book club. So if you need something quick to read, or you want like a one-shot of something, or you want something with pictures, really great illustrations, deep, emotional, funny, unique, yeah, definitely check out graphic novels. They're awesome. And please leave me recommendations in the comments because I love to read more graphic novels. They're like my new obsession. So yeah, thank you for watching.